This has been the planning in a long time, over several years, to the need to advance and enhance the safety and of the jail and the ability to take care of the prisoners while at the same time keeping the corrections officers safe. And also working with the Department of Justice, who has been looking at the jail for far longer than my tenure, 14 years. And so over the last several years, working with the county attorneys, the county commissioners, and engineers, trying to come up with a design that would alleviate the concerns of DOJ and fix many of the problems we've had historically. And now with the threat of the pandemic in the jail, this gives us even more cause to need to do this for a public safety thing. The Council Ross mentioned the Sallyport, where your Officer Green was murdered a few years ago. It's woefully too small for the amount of people coming in and out, and the docket room needs to be increased. And one of the main reasons for vacating the St. Emmanuel Street between the administrative, between the main jail and the barracks, is because we're going to change the barracks from a minimum security to a medium security jail, and you have constant movement of prisoners across that public road, and this would give us a secure environment to move the inmates back and forth. The vacating of the South Conception Street Road, many members of the public are able to access the fences there and throw dope and phones over the fence, and the inmates are able to beat holes out of the little windows and fish those items in and get them into the jail. Of course, we're concerned that if they can get those items in, they could also get a weapon or a gun. So while we're combating that, and most recently this past weekend had to combat a planned drone attack to deliver some goods off of South Conception Street to the inmates in the jail. And while we thwarted it and may have been just a hoax, it may also have been an effort to protect our defenses. So I just would remind you that our corrections officers are unarmed guards, and we can't rely on them totally to protect it against some armed invaders. But that's kind of the thrust of it, and that's why we've reached this point. And I'm appreciative that the commissioners have taken this on and the cost on, and also at no cost to the city of Mobile. The one final thing I would say, I know some bonding companies may be opposed to it, but I'd also point out that the reason the bonding companies are there is because the jail was placed there 25, 30 years ago. They would not be there were it not for the jail. So it's the jail that drives the businesses of bonding companies and not the other way around. So thank you for your concerns.